Hey, how are you, family? Welcome back to my channel, the channel where housewife Gyarus are okay in my book. Now, family, many moons ago, many months ago, yeah, I've completed this manga titled Gohan, and I want to share this wonderful piece of romance with you, especially a romance manga with a Gyaru protagonist, and I absolutely love it. Now, I decided to take my review on this right now. Decided to do this presentation now because when I started making reviews, I saved this manga to be discussed on a later date. Because during my early days of reviewing manga and anime, certain issues similar to this topic would pop up. So I thought that I would take a break on that, and now here I am reviewing Gal Gohan. So yeah, welcome to Puppet. So let's dive into this. The story is about a home economics teacher named Yabe, but in the manga is always referred to as Yabechi. So I'm also gonna call him that. There you go. So you have Yabechi, who suddenly gets a visit from the school's notorious Gyaru, quote-unquote notorious Gyaru, Miko Okazaki, and she has to complete a task in home economics, else her chances of graduating is in danger. So Yabechi help sorry Yabechi I was getting mixed up. So Yabechi helps her. Miko falls in love. She joins the cooking club together with him and commence rom-com action, typical manga ecchi plot points, so on and so forth. And in a nutshell, this is a Gyaru X Sensei type of coupling, or those student X Sensei types of love stories. And I've made a whole lot of videos, as I've said, reviews, especially in the past or my early days of reviewing manga and anime about this particular topic, right? And there was a surge of that romance trope found in that one anime season, right, if you can remember, which is why I decided to reserve this to be reviewed later on. Now, my overall thoughts, right, to summarize my summary from my previous videos, is that morally this is wrong. However, in some cases it can work, and it especially did for this manga, and it's really amazing how it is, and I'll explain why. Now, what caused the female protagonist, what caused Miko to fall in love with Yabechi? Yabechi, right? Yabe, fine. I call him Yabe, right? Yabe, or the teacher. What causes her to fall in love with the teacher? Well, it's because whenever she tries to complete a task, she ends up failing, and all the other instructors would give up on her, which is kind of weird, and I don't know, that's kind of sad and awful, really. But yeah, a lot of instructors gave up on her, but not Yabechi. not Yabe sensei, because he really pushed her to put effort into the things that she can do, and in this case it was cooking. And the sense of achievement Miko felt when she did successfully created something or finished something successfully, then it's really rewarding to see that, her face. And it's also rewarding to viewers such as myself who can really relate to things like this. It's heartwarming to see this really, the accomplishments, even though it's just from a fictional perspective, right? It's still something that can motivate you in some way, in one way or another. Now, from then on, she fell in love with Yabechi, and I do have to say that she is quite daring, quite upfront about appealing and getting Yabechi to fall in love with her as well, and this of course allows a lot of course ecchi moments and all that within the story. But Yabechi's sense of responsibility really is strong, and he's all, nope, let's just keep it student teacher, let's keep it wholesome, let's keep it professional, And of course, that doesn't stop Miku from really going on the attack, as well, you have a lot of elements as well that reason out why Yabechi should, Yabechi should end up with another person, i.e., someone his age, And aside from that, there are also rivals competing for his affection. There's you have one who is a co-worker, the other is another student as well. But I do believe me when I say that, Yabechi, he really is careful. He really is integral to his responsibility and his standing with this sort of issue. And I say careful because the ecchi moments may be overpowering, but as I've said, his integrity as a teacher is immovable, and that's one thing respectable about the guy, And I do also have to say that the comings or the introductions of these rivals, did not only add a lot of romantic, envious, or jealousy moments or wholesome moments to the story, but it also heavily concretizes the goals of Yabechi, or his makes it clear to him, how he will go about in responding to Miku's feelings. And I'm just gonna stop there because I don't want to spoil too much. Now, there's another aspect of the story, which is of course the theme, and it's none other than cooking. Now, I really have a soft spot for these sort of themes, A Rare Marriage, How to Grill Our Love, for instance. And that manga really did a good job with its theme, cooking and married couple life and romance of it. It's really beautiful. I made a review out of it. Please check it out in my channel. As for Gohan, well, it did just as good, Although there are chapters where it's not always about food, if I remember correctly. But hey, a way to a man's stomach is through his heart. And what? A way to a man's heart is through his stomach. There we go. The way to a man's heart is through his stomach, and this manga really does a good job in kicking up a notch to that saying. Point being is that the lovey-dovey moments in the manga can come from food, and I love it, and it complements the narrative and the motives of these characters. Now, to the romance of it overall, like any moral thing to do, or any moral story or plot direction would do, is that you would wait for the right moment to open your feelings to one another, especially if your partner is a student or teacher in this case, or student in this case rather, in the teacher's perspective. I don't know. Anyway, it's really important. The point is that it's really important, even if it takes weeks, or months, or years. The right time to say I love you, those 3 words, is truly important. And just make sure that it's within reasonable chapters, unlike one manga that I know with almost 200 chapters incoming, or actually more than 200 chapters, and still a weird progress to boot. I'm not saying the name of the manga, you probably already know, but that's just how it goes, right? So yeah, in terms of its chapters, it's not too much. If I remember correctly, it's about 60 plus only, or below 70, I forgot. But the pacing of it is remarkable, and it's well transitioned, towards developing different acts of platonic relationship, and then moving on to more serious or really thought-provoking mindsets as to how Yabechi would respond to Miku's love and attention, But yeah, the chapters are really well placed, and they're well written, of course, but they're well, I don't know, transition. I think I've said that kind of redundant, but yeah, get the point. Where was I going with this? Now, I do have to also note that part of why I got so hooked into this story is its incredible ability to maintain that peak ecchi or lovey-dovey moment, while also maintaining that wall of ethical standard. Each flirting moment in the series is just really too sweet to bear, and it stays consistent to the hype of it, And whenever I read a new chapter rather, I was always looking forward to some really good interaction, and the interaction between Yabechi and Miku is really fine because it stays platonic. They have a good synergy between them, and it's fun and all. Until as you read more, as you dig deeper and get more invested into the story and into the chapters, you sort of feel changes in the emotional upbringing of the story. You know, I remember there were a lot of really heartwarming moments, tear-breaking moments, if that's a word, moments that make you tear up, and it leaves for more cats to be curious as to how it would conclude, i.e., what happens next after she graduates. And I'm gonna stop there for you to really check it out for yourself. And I will say that the conclusion of this series is it's it's really beautiful, it's really precious, it's bright, and it's worth reading all the chapters. And my conclusion on this is that a Gyaru waifu, they truly shine, you know. They truly shine in more ways than just their character trope, but within the meaningful interactions between Gyaru and partner, it then transforms into a top tier gap moe that I find to be really, really amazing, especially when it is threaded into the theme of this story, of this narrative, and it really makes it that good of a read. So yeah, if you want to check out Gohan, so yeah, please do. Highly recommend it. And if you want to check out more anime / manga sauce, please do check out this. Please do check out my channel. Subscribe if you want. Please do. And yeah, be part of the family, and I hope to see you the next video that I make. So, thank you for watching. Take care.